Good afternoon, Cancer. This is David with Tarot and Astrology for All, and we are doing your reading for the week. I'm just doing it how it falls. Since today is Monday, it is Moon Day, and of course, Moon is associated with water. I believe that Moon Day should be the day for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So let's see what happens. Today, I did a meditation on your sign, specifically the letters Cancer. And so what I got were S, or the possibility of a swan, or a stork of some kind, basically birds. Uh, could be an air bird as well, but I was getting more of the sense of a water bird. Or this could just simply be your arm around someone, or somebody's arm around you, like a hug. Still, this is within the realm of emotions. Another thing that I was getting too were threads, or possible like nail threads, possibly threads of communication, uh, anything like that. I also got the sense of drilling or digging into something, or going into something, perhaps submerging yourself into something. And I got the sense of hermit mode, or the word hermit in it, or treading deep, and the possibility of black onyx. One second. Okay, so regarding black onyx, I'm not exactly sure if that's necessary for you guys to sign, although black onyx is good for basically anybody. It works to basically rebalance your energy. It removes negative energy and it works as a shield against negative energy. So, for anyone who's working with negative energy or is around negative energy, I would suggest getting black onyx. So, let's go ahead and shuffle these cards some more. We'll draw some animal cards to start off. Alright, so the stingray came out. The stingray is naturally a creature of the ocean. So, um, and you know what's weird? As I was doing my guided meditation, I got a S, something that looked like an S. If you look at the creature in itself starts off with an S, but if you look at its tail, it does that little winding motion. So this is probably what I was looking at, a stingray. Now, I want to go ahead and draw one more card. Let's see if the middle one falls out. Oh, nope. Ooh, a cobra. Another creature that tends to put itself into the shape of an S. Alright, so let's look. S for snake. Okay. So I got two different triangles too, but that's for a different sign. Maybe this is something that could work for them too if they get it as well. But so we'll go to these animals and see what it says for each of these animals. Because as we do this, I'm still learning. So okay, so developing confidence, sense of self, or swan. Now, hmm, the stingray card represents a pivotal point in personal growth. The moment has come when the stingray must decide between the old, easy, comfortable, and familiar, and the new, challenging, uncomfortable, and unfamiliar. Pressure from family and friends makes the decision even more complicated. No matter what choice is made now, it's inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again as the force of Dharma growing within the stingray is too strong to ignore. So when any balance, it's eager and wants to grow. Now, Now, when it's out of balance, it blames others and it quits. So, what I'm getting is the dynamic between water and the stingray and the fire of the cobra. Now, this is one of those balances. It's kind of what it's talking about here. Uh, the need to quit or the need to succeed, the need to move forward with fire and passion. You know, cobras cobras don't fear anything. So I feel that this dynamic is one between fear and confidence, which is pretty cool. Now, um, but in order to find your confidence, you have to actually look within yourself. You know, you have to go within yourself, and this could be the hermit mode that I was speaking of, or submerging within yourself, treading the deep waters of yourself. These could all be things that are associated with going inside and finding this sense of self or this confidence. Now, I do know that for any of you guys that have hmm, I do know that for those of you guys who have Mars in your second house, this will be Leo in the second house, which would mean that you guys started off with Cancer ascendant or possibly a Gemini ascendant. Um, the idea of Leo actually deals with self confidence and things of that nature. And right now you have both Mars and the Sun traveling through Leo. You got Mercury and Venus who are going to be traveling into Leo pretty soon. So, this is a time for you guys to develop your sense of confidence, your sense of self, be able to make that decision between being fearful and staying where you're at and comfortable or moving towards expansion and the unknown. Now, as far as the stingray goes, you have to move through this discomfort in order to find out what you're capable of. And this actually has the effect of raising your confidence. Now, we move on to the cobra. The cobra in itself is one of those fearless animals. It's one of the more dangerous animals in the animal kingdom. Nobody really likes to mess with the cobra. But the cobra in itself is about pausing and waiting. It's the inner teacher. So once again, this does kind of have that feel going in within yourself because we all have that information that we need from ourselves, within ourselves, and this is actually tapping into the collective unconscious, the inner teacher, as they call it. The cobra represents a teacher or spiritual guardian. So some of you guys, I feel, might be having uh, some type of appearance from some kind of teacher, some kind of guardian, possibly an angel, guardian angel. This could be a guardian teacher like the ancients, who's going to be revealing certain things to you. It's going to be helping to raise your self confidence and things of that nature. Now, the cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Well, I feel that you guys are going to be entering into a space where you're ready to learn, and this is why these teachers or these entities have been visiting you guys. For some of you, I know some of you guys are extrasensory perceptive, so when it comes to this energy, you guys have been feeling. You guys can possibly see this energy, these entities, or the way that this energy is working in your life. Now, when in balance, you're a student of life, you're humble, and you're wise. But out of balance, you think you know it all, making you somewhat egocentric and things of that nature. But bringing it back into balance is either taking a class or just studying. The way to bring yourself back to being humble is to study uh, the things which kind of brought you out of that humbleness. Of course, in order to move yourself forward, you have to move into a place of uh, ego in order to manifest those things which you have been building in your subconscious or in the unified field of consciousness that energy that you take from it. But let's see what the rest of the reading has for you guys. We will now move on to the Rider Tarot. Alright, Universe, what do you have for the next week for Cancer? I was led by Spirit to tell you guys, you guys don't need any of those classes by um, those self-confidence gurus, the ones that put themselves onto social media, the ones that put themselves on commercials and stuff like that, telling you, hey, join my class to find yourself. Well, literally, you can find yourself in yourself. I know it sounds a little bit confusing, but really, if you go within yourself and you really take a look at your life and how things flow, you'll find the answers you seek. They say that for those who seek, they shall find. Well, it's not very hard to find answers. You just have to kind of stay quiet and stop and smell the roses for a second. Let's see what the universe has to tell you through the tarot. Let's see. What kind of information do you have for the Knight of Wands? What more information do you have for the Sign of Cancer? Alright, yep. So there definitely is a choice. And, ooh, okay. Alright, so with the Knight of Wands, I get the feeling like some of you guys might have the thoughts of moving to a new place, emigrating from your current country to another country. Um, I do have the feeling that there is a decision, and it's probably around moving. But I do feel that for some of you guys, that decision is based around moving forward, uh, moving with courage, not necessarily recklessly, but moving with not just with courage, but moving with assertiveness. Now, as far as the energy of the stingray, I get the feeling that this decision, this fear of moving from the comfort that you're in right now into a new state, it might have to be something to do with the move. Uh, there could be. Okay. You guys are actually looking at this from an intellectual point of view. I feel that this passion that you guys have in moving forward is not anything that has it's not anything that's unfounded. You guys feel the energy. Of course, that Cancers, you guys are more in tune with energy than most of the other signs, and you guys are looking at this from a logical point of view. But you also, I feel like you guys are approaching this uh, with a cool head. I feel like you guys are approaching this with intelligence. It got you guys a little bit restless, but regardless of what's going on, you guys have that need to move into a state of balance, into a state of uh, into a state of being comfortable again or once more. And let me see. Let's clarify what the rest of these. Let's clarify this information. I know with the Knight of Wands, uh, even if it's not necessarily connected to moving, it is connected to passion. It is connected to the fire that's within us. It is connected to the energy of moving forward without fear. And that's exactly what the Cobra is denoting with its energy. So, whatever this decision is that you guys have to make, I feel like you guys are moving into the energy from the Stingray, or moving from the energy of the Stingray to the energy of the Cobra. It's almost like you guys are traveling down a tube of some sort, a journey of some sort, a path, and there's a decision that has to be made. You guys are at a fork of the road, and this decision is going to help you guys in renewing possibly that passion that you guys have been looking for, the passion to move forward with clarity. Because the Queen of Swords is one of those types of leaders that views things with clarity and gets that information from source uh, in an intellectual manner. Okay, yeah. Apparently, this move it has something to do with an injustice, whether it was done on your part or whether it was done on somebody else's part. Um, really doesn't matter. This decision that's having to be made is over this injustice, and if you guys are moving, I feel like this has to do with whatever it is that just didn't work out in your favor. But I do feel like you guys are going to be celebrating throughout this decision that you guys are going to be making. Um, I do feel that you guys, uh, yeah, I do feel that you guys are viewing this situation from different angles. But there is a certain something that's not ending, and you guys aren't letting the tower fall. And that's probably what has you guys restless. Yeah, see, okay, I want to show you guys this. So whatever it is that's got you restless, you guys need to go inside. This could be treading the deep waters of yourself. Um, when I told you guys hermit mode, I was possibly seeing the hermit or getting the idea of the hermit mode. But you guys have to go deep within yourselves to find this information that you guys are seeking. Now, this information is within yourself. So, whatever it is that you guys need to find out as far as the information, this information is connected to this choice you have to make. Now, I do feel that in the area of viewing whatever it is that you guys are going through right now, you guys might be looking at it from a detached point of view, and this detached point of view could be possibly what's causing this situation not to end. It's kind of like you guys are trying to work your way around it, and the universe is trying to guide something towards completion. But I do feel that once you guys find that information, you guys will have the ability to rejoice because of it. And I feel that part of it is having to do with you finding a newfound strength or a newfound power. This it might actually be necessary for you guys to move away from whatever situation you guys are in. And I do feel that um, moving away from this situation would allow you guys to bring justice, a sense of justice back into your life. Um, Even if that situation doesn't come to a complete end, I do feel that the answer you guys are looking for is within yourself. The ability um, to bring yourself into a state of clarity is within yourself. Also, I have the Fool in the reverse right here at the bottom of the deck. I want to say that there are no new beginnings as of yet, but we both know that with the Tower in the reverse, ain't nothing new gonna start, not unless the old finishes first. But I do feel that the old will be ending soon enough, but you guys just have to find out this information. But regardless of whatever it is that happens, you guys will be happy based on the decision that's going on. And as far as whatever this decision is, it's going to bring you back into a state of emotional balance. So I don't know if this is anything that's important, but while I was meditating on your guys' information, there was left outer knee. So like if you can imagine this, your left knee is somewhere out here on the outside portion. So uh, I don't know. That could be for just a select few of you, but take it as it resonates. And yeah, so I feel that you guys are in a space of going from something that you've been in, something comfortable, and moving into a space of something that you don't know about or that you guys are not sure of. It's the energy of the comfort, the water, the energy of fire, and anything, the possibility of anything happening. And I do feel uh, that this energy is, I feel like this energy is residing somewhere in the uh, base chakra. So uh, the Muladhara is what they call it. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, but if I didn't, please don't murder me. And so, yeah, this is definitely having to go within yourselves and having to submerge within yourselves to find this information. Spirit's asking you not to be foolish about how you go about finding out this information. Really look at this from an intellectual point of view. And once you make your decision, this is what's going to allow you to move forward with passion, with clarity, and with intelligence. So that's good. I definitely see a lot of insight being given to you cancers, and I do feel that with this information that you guys find from within yourself, you guys are going to be able to move forward, be able to celebrate it, be able to have a balance in your emotions, and to basically move around like the cobra in an intellectual sense, and being able to sense those things that are going to be coming to you before they happen. Um, so with that, if it resonates, that's awesome. If it doesn't, please check other videos. There's other people out there that have messages that may resonate with you. But if they do resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that button down below and hit the little notification bell that appears right next to it. With that, I will see you guys next week for your next reading. And so here I go on to Scorpio and Pisces. Until then, I hope that you guys have a great week and take this message how it resonates. And I hope that it helps you navigate the energies of this next week. So with that, I will catch you guys later.